Hello everybody, hope you're doing well and welcome to the channel for a brand new video. There's been a lot of stuff happening in a very short space of time, so of course I'm recording this on Wednesday and looking into best options to take in the Chrono-Versary Part 2 2020 edition. So I've just actually completed it. I've just 100%ed it. There's going to be footage of some of the fights popping up on screen, some champions that work very well, who I'd recommend. There are a lot of them. You can see that the team that I used here on the left hand side, that's the team I took on the right. There's a lot of, well, there isn't things to watch out for. You don't always get some of the champions. I had Airwalker. That's a bit of a scary one. Mojo's a bit of a scary one, but isn't, because a decent counter was brought out for that. Over the right hand side, you might get Apocalypse there, you might get Spider-Ham, you might get Tigra, or you might get Longshot. And here you will get Terex, but you might get something other than Dragon-Man. There's going to be some really good champions here to use. So, where do we begin with recommendations? So, left-hand side. Let's start with the left-hand side. If you are starting off, start off with your Apocalypse. Apocalypse starts with giving out... It starts with getting 3 of his genetic code. And because he gets 3 of the genetic code, it allows him to, as soon as he gets a fight done against a mutant, right up to 4. What can he do right up to 4? Well, he can give his horseman-like tendencies to a mutant champion. God, I can't forget. I forgot then. So the mutant champions you could use are going to be very limited. But also not so limited. There's 2 champions that really shout out as a mutant-based champion, and that is Storm Pyramid X and Wolverine. Yes, there is Professor X, and he's a fantastic choice, but you may choose to use the fun ones, which is Weapon X and Storm, because they don't Storm Pyramid X, because they don't require as much, say, focused play as, say, Professor X does. In order to ramp him, you know, you gotta do stuff. But with Wolverine and Storm, you don't have to really concentrate quite so much, and it's just like frantic slapping on the screen, and it's fine. You'll do a load of damage, and it's nice. Or you could use Apocalypse as himself and build up those genetic codes, therefore doing more damage with your prowess, going from fight for fight. I opted for using Weapon X because I like Weapon X, I like Wolverine, and I wanted to have a bit of fun. And I did, which is good. Going up against some of the others in the path, Airwalker, I would recommend using Mole Man. Mole Man will be your in-disguise helper in taking down a lot of debuff popping up champions. That main one being Airwalker. If you go up against, what was it? Nova, you will need Mole Man. Mole Man's a double whammy. So in the guide, which I have updated by the way, in the 2020 top rated, True Accuracy. I think that's one of very few that has it. Because Nova auto blocks, you want to have True Accuracy because that takes on Evade and it takes on auto block. This is very good for taking on... where is it? It's over here. Oh no, first of all, it's here. Black Widow Deadly Origin has an evade based on after throwing her SP1. Don't hit her after SP1 if you see the evade charge pop up. You've also got Spider-Ham. Try not to get to, and I did, Monster Mass, which then I then got knocked out as a result, but I shouldn't have done it. Apart from that, I think there's one other fight he's very good for, or helpful for. He's alright against Terex, getting where those armor breaks, but yeah, each to their own with what they take on. Spider-Ham. Spider-Ham is one of the go-to Mojo counters. He interacts, I think he's degen immune. I'm pretty certain he's degen immune. I didn't get to that point because it was just quite easy to get the Porker Poppers on, and then of course any time that a special attack was thrown by Mojo, gone. Also handy against what's she called? I can't remember. Something Supreme in it. Sorcerer Supreme. Yeah, she's Sorcerer Supreme, isn't she? Yeah, I did actually use that. I don't know. It's late. I'm recording this at 11:30 p.m. at night. I'm gonna get to bed in a minute. Yeah, Spider-Ham, very effective. Guardian, massive SP2. If you can do the ramp particularly well, you do the SP2, big damage, boom, gone, lovely. There's a few others as well to point out, like Cosmic Ghost Rider. I'm sure people will come to this point. You've been talking for about 5 minutes, Rich. Why haven't you mentioned Cosmic Ghost Rider? Because, yeah, just do the quest with Cosmic Ghost Rider. There you go. Done. Go do that. Look, I want people to use a little bit more than just Cosmic Ghost Rider for everything. I didn't, but I just did it because I just don't want to be like all-in-one champion. I wanted to try a few different ones, even some older ones. Black Widow Deadly Origin, of course, does a little bit of lane clearing. She can take on most things, providing not a shock immune champion you're going up against, which is nice. Taking on Red Guardian, took her against Black Widow Deadly Origin, took her against I-Hulk. She's great. Lovely shock damage. But you'll want to have also a poison immune option for Abomination. I used I-Hulk, but there could be some others. I didn't thoroughly check if there were any others. There probably is. Dragon Man, I think, is poison immune. That could be another. No, that's class disadvantage. Why would you even think that? Don't think that. If you're home thinking that, you're naughty. I suppose I could have used Squirrel Girl, Sunspot, not for Longshot against some of the champions, and that's the thing. I'm not undermining ones like Longshot because he does a lot of burst damage. Terex as well is fantastic. You know, there's a lot. You know, Hitmonkey is again. I probably slept on using Hitmonkey, to be honest, but that's another option that's very, very good. Most of them are. Most of the 2020 champions are actually rock solid. Now we're going into 3-star territory here and down here, but yeah, most are solid. You could even use Abomination against Immortal Abomination. But again, that's down to you. What you fancy. Anyway, everything worked out rather well, which is great. Hopefully it worked out well for you. Whatever options you went for, put it in the comments, because it's always interesting finding out what other people used and what was most effective. I'm sure some people will even use Red Goblin, to be honest, because he's good enough. And Sasquatch. And Mojo. It's just you can get away with having the strongest of your roster be some of the best, like, Spider-Ham. Anyway, that's it for the video. Think the spreadsheet should be updated. I'm going to try and update it before I go to work today. And then there might be a little bit of break today, a bit of a lull, unless Kabam announce anything. And then I'll be working on some stuff for the weekend. And then hopefully I can live stream on Friday and catch up on some of the anniversary-based arenas and stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Check out some other content located on screen right now. I'll see you all soon. Have a lovely day and goodbye.